What if I told you that ancient wisdom could transform your anxiety and regrets into peace and power in today's hectic world? Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving into 5 Stoic ways to deal with regrets and anxiety. You won't want to miss this because the principles of Stoicism are not only relevant but incredibly practical for modern life. Imagine handling life's challenges with the calm and clarity of a Roman philosopher. Stay with us till the end because we're going to unpack these timeless techniques in a fun and relatable way that you can start using right now, ready to turn your regrets into lessons and your anxiety into action. Let's get started. The first practice involves understanding the dichotomy of control. This fundamental Stoic principle can truly change how you approach life's most challenging moments. Picture this: you wake up to the sound of rain tapping against your window. You can't control the weather, but you can control your reaction to it. Instead of feeling annoyed, you can decide to enjoy the sound of rain, maybe even savor the chance to wear that cozy sweater you love. Now let's tie this into dealing with regrets and anxiety. Imagine you're regretting not studying hard enough for an exam in the past. You can't change the past, but you can control how you respond to these feelings now. You could let it consume you with anxiety, or you could use it as motivation to prepare better in the future. A humorous personal story comes to mind. Once I was caught in a downpour without an umbrella. My first thought was to panic about my soaking wet clothes. Then I remembered the Stoic mantra, focus on what's in my control. So I decided to laugh it off, splash in the puddles, and embrace the moment. This small shift in perspective turned what could have been a miserable day into a surprisingly fun adventure. Understanding the dichotomy of control means you focus your energy on what you can influence and let go of what's beyond your control, turning regrets into lessons and anxiety into productive actions. Ready for the next Stoic way? Let's dive in. The second practice involves focusing on the present moment. This principle is all about grounding yourself in the here and now, which can significantly reduce feelings of regret and anxiety. Think about it. How often do we get so caught up in worrying about the future or dwelling on the past that we miss what's happening right in front of us? Picture this scenario: you're walking through a beautiful park, but instead of enjoying the scenery, your mind is racing with thoughts about a mistake you made at work. Suddenly, you collide with a lamppost because you weren't paying attention. It's a funny but true reminder of how easily we can miss the obvious when we're lost in thought. Being present means fully engaging with your current activity, whether it's eating, walking, or even just breathing. One practical tip to stay present is to practice mindfulness meditation. Start by sitting comfortably and focusing on your breath. Notice each inhale and exhale, gently bringing your mind back whenever it wanders. This simple practice helps train your brain to stay focused on the present. Another technique is to use your senses to anchor yourself. Next time you're feeling overwhelmed, pause and take a moment to notice what you can see, hear, smell, touch, and taste. This sensory check-in can quickly bring you back to the present moment. A friend of mine once shared a humorous story about how he was so preoccupied with his to-do list that he poured orange juice into his cereal instead of milk. It was a wake-up call for him to slow down and pay attention to the present moment. Focusing on the present allows you to let go of regrets about the past and worries about the future, giving you the clarity and peace to handle whatever comes your way. The next Stoic practice will further build on these ideas. Ready to continue our journey? Let's dive into the third way. The third practice involves embracing negative visualization. This might sound counterintuitive at first, but let me explain how it works and why it's so powerful. Imagine for a moment that you've lost your favorite item, maybe that comfy hoodie you love to wear while lounging at home. You'd feel a pang of loss, right? Now, why not turn this into a Stoic exercise? By occasionally imagining losing things you cherish, you actually start to appreciate them more when you have them. It's like giving yourself a gentle nudge to recognize the value of what's currently in your life. Picture this: you're getting ready for a big event and you can't find your lucky charm. Initially, you might panic, but then you remember negative visualization. Instead of letting anxiety take over, you think about how you would cope without it. This exercise isn't about being pessimistic, it's about gratitude and mental preparedness. A funny example from my life involves my misplaced car keys. I used to panic every time they went missing, imagining the worst-case scenario of being stuck without a ride. But then I started practicing negative visualization. Now when I can't find my keys, I calmly consider how I'd manage without them. This shift in mindset makes finding them a pleasant surprise rather than a stressful ordeal. To use negative visualization effectively, set aside a few moments each week to imagine losing something you value. This could be an object, a relationship, or even a privilege like good health. Picture how you would cope and adapt. This practice helps you appreciate what you have and reduces the fear of loss, curbing anxiety in the process. When we visualize negative outcomes, we mentally prepare ourselves for challenges, making them less daunting if they ever occur. This technique trains your mind to stay resilient and grounded, turning potential anxieties into opportunities for gratitude and growth. Ready to explore the next Stoic principle? Let's dive into the fourth way. The fourth practice involves embracing change. Change is an inevitable part of life, and the Stoics viewed it as a natural and positive force. They believed that resisting change leads to unnecessary suffering, while accepting it can lead to growth and resilience. Let's dive into this concept. Imagine you're a river flowing downstream. The water never stays still. It's always moving, changing course, and adapting to the landscape. If the river tried to resist these changes, it would create turbulence. But by flowing with the changes, it moves smoothly and naturally. Life is much the same. Everything around us is in a constant state of flux. Friendships evolve, careers shift, and even our own bodies change over time. Resisting these changes only creates anxiety and regret. Instead, the Stoics teach us to welcome change as an opportunity for learning and growth. Now, let me share a humorous story about embracing change. A friend of mine was set on hosting a perfect outdoor barbecue, but on the day of the event, it poured rain. At first, he was frustrated, feeling like all his plans were ruined. But then, he decided to move the party indoors, turning it into a cozy, fun-filled gathering with board games and storytelling. What started as a disappointment turned into one of the most memorable nights, all because he embraced the unexpected change. To embrace change in your own life, start by practicing acceptance. When faced with change, whether big or small, acknowledge it without judgment. Say to yourself, "This is different, but it's okay." Next, find the opportunity in the change. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? Or how can this change benefit me in the long run? Finally, stay flexible. Just like the river, be willing to adapt your course as needed. A practical step is to set small, adaptable goals rather than rigid plans. This way, you're prepared to adjust as circumstances evolve. Embracing change means recognizing that while we can't control every aspect of our lives, we can control our response to it. By welcoming change, we open ourselves up to new experiences, reduce our anxiety, and transform regrets into opportunities for personal growth. Ready to explore the final Stoic principle? Let's dive into the fifth way. The fifth practice involves seeking wisdom from within. Imagine for a moment that you are the hero of your own story. Just like any hero, you possess the inner strength and wisdom to face challenges and overcome obstacles. The Stoics believed that true wisdom and strength come from within ourselves, not from external circumstances. Picture yourself as a modern-day philosopher, navigating the complexities of life with a calm and thoughtful approach. Now, let's look at how this inner wisdom can help with regret and anxiety. Think about a time when you faced a difficult decision. Instead of seeking answers from others or external sources, you turned inward and trusted your own judgment. This inner confidence not only helped you make a sound decision, but also reduced the anxiety that often comes with uncertainty. A fun analogy to illustrate this is to imagine you are the protagonist in a video game. In the game, you encounter various challenges and quests, but you have a special ability, a wisdom gauge that fills up as you reflect, meditate, and learn from your experiences. Just like in the game, in real life, tapping into your inner wisdom can provide you with the guidance and strength to handle regrets and anxiety. Marcus Aurelius, a famous Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, exemplified this principle. In his personal writings, he constantly reminded himself to look inward for strength and clarity. Despite the immense pressures and responsibilities of being an emperor, he found solace and wisdom in his own thoughts and reflections. Another example is Epictetus, who taught that while we can't control external events, we can control our reactions through our inner wisdom. His teachings encourage us to focus on our own perceptions and judgments rather than getting caught up in external turmoil. To seek wisdom from within, start by setting aside time each day for self-reflection. This could be through journaling, meditation, or simply sitting quietly and pondering your thoughts. Ask yourself questions like, what can I learn from this experience? Or how can I grow from this challenge? By regularly engaging in this practice, you develop a deeper understanding of yourself and cultivate the inner wisdom needed to face life's uncertainties with confidence. Seeking wisdom from within is about recognizing that you have the power to navigate life's challenges with grace and resilience. By becoming the hero of your own story, you transform regrets into valuable lessons and anxiety into a source of strength. Embrace this Stoic practice and you'll find that the answers you seek are often within you all along. In summary, we've explored 5 powerful Stoic ways to deal with regrets and anxiety. First, we learned about the dichotomy of control and how focusing on what we can control transforms our response to life's challenges. Second, we emphasized the importance of being present, grounding ourselves in the moment to reduce worry and regret. Third, we embraced negative visualization, appreciating what we have by imagining its absence. Fourth, we welcomed change as a natural part of life, seeing it as an opportunity for growth. And finally, we sought wisdom from within, recognizing our inner strength and resilience. I hope you found these practices as fascinating and practical as I do. Now it's your turn to try them out and see how they can make a difference in your life. If you have any stories or insights about how Stoicism has helped you, share them in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more Stoic wisdom. Hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and remember, you have the power to turn regrets into lessons and anxiety into action. Stay stoic, everyone.